Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Michi Makes Up. Today I have another Nailed It episode for you. The look I'll be trying to replicate today is by Nikki Makeup. I'll have her Instagram handle below in the description so you guys can go check it out if you're interested. Also below in the description will be other beauty enthusiasts and YouTubers who are participating in this week's Nailed It. This series was started by Lexi Jong and she recruited me to join in, and so far it has been a ton of fun. Definitely very challenging at times, but I always learn something through the process. And some of my favorite looks that I've created this year has been trying to mimic or replicate these Nailed It challenges. So today's look is very much purple, on the lighter side. So in my mind, I'm thinking it is lavender and spring inspired, where things are blooming. Nikki Makeup on her Instagram has also referred to this look as having a 70s feel. So to me, I think it's like a retro spring look, if you will. I do love purple eyeshadows. It's not something I wear every day, but whenever I see a beautiful purple color story eyeshadow palette, immediately it captures my attention. I'm not going to take out all of my purple themed eyeshadow palettes and swatch them one by one to choose shades most suitable for this look, but once I narrow it down to a couple of shades for different parts of the look, I will definitely show you guys as I have done in my other Nailed It videos. I do love purple eyeshadows, and then I'll also focus on getting the look created on one eye and then move over to the next. Depending on how we're doing on time, the rest of the makeup look might not be on camera, and I might not even include what I do, on the left eye. So let's get started. I do think Nikki used on the model a kind of purple mauve-y base shade for all over the lid. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a shade that resembles most closely to that. As I'm looking at the eyeshadow palettes I took out, I realized I took out the Glam palette from Natasha Denona. It is not purple. It is very cool tone, but more gray and even like cool brown tone. So honestly, I'm not sure why I took this out, but I did find a good base shade. This here. This shade is called Haze, and I absolutely think it'll be fantastic all over the lid. Then I am combining these two shades here. This is Amethyst and this is Livid, to deepen around the center of the lid. I'm also going to deepen my crease with these blended shades. Then I'm using Byredo's Prismatic palette, taking the shade Dark Web, and I'm going to put it just right around here to line up on the inner corner, and also just this area here, like 1/3 of the lash line. And I hope it's not too dark. If it is, we'll have to put something else there. I don't think that's light enough for what I see in the look. So I am recruiting a lighter shade and putting that on top of Dark Web. And I'm going to use the shade here. This is from Viseart, their Violette palette, and I'm using Bijou. Next, we're going back into the Byredo Prismatic palette. I am mixing Anime with Flush, and putting that shade onto, I guess it's the crease, but even above it, because the model has quite a beautiful, you know, spring, fairy tale-like pink purpley shade happening here. It's like very diffused, and it adds to the airiness of the look. I'm going to go back in once again to Amethyst and Livid. I'm adding that onto the crease because I want to further define it like the way the model has on. And I know it's not going to look exactly the same because we have different eye shape, but we'll try our best to mimic what she has on, and hopefully it'll still look good. And I want to blend that back out a little bit so the lines aren't too harsh. And I'm going to take Juno with a pinky. I'm going to put that right around here because I want to brighten up this area some more. Right now, I think it doesn't look like what the model has because this area is very, very brightened. And I know with the studio lighting, it's going to help with that, but I think we can add more brightness to it. So I'm just going to take this really shimmery bright shade here and see if we can get anywhere with it. Think better? Okay. Well, I will put on foundation and then we will come back for under the eyes. For under the eyes, I'm going to use what's left on this brush here, which is a combination from Natasha Denona's Lila palette of Amethyst and Livid. And I'm just adding this to the outer corner here. And then I'm also brushing some of it just very lightly from the inner corners. Same thing on the other side. For the center right here, I do think whatever shade was used or combination of shades matches what's on the upper lid around the inner corners. So what I tried off camera is to actually wet my brush and go back into dark web, because I really don't have any shade that is like metallic purpley blue, and dark web is probably the closest. It could be brighter, but it is the closest that I have. And I know if I can just activate the color with water, it's gonna appear a lot more intense and brighter. I think I did manage to get a bit more of that effect. The shade is still not quite what the model has on, but it puts us like just a little bit closer. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I have my little spray bottle here, it's just water, and I'm going to spray it on the brush and then dip back into dark web, and we're adding that right here in the center. I'm going to go back in with the other side of the same brush that we used for under the eyes, and I just want to diffuse whatever I have on here a little bit more so it looks softer. I think my look is turning out to be quite deep, and it doesn't have the same fun, flirty spring vibe. Like, this is pretty intense. You know, I would consider this like an evening look rather than light and fluttery like spring, but that's okay. This has been a good learning experience so far. So now I'm going to add in blush, highlighter, and lips. For lips, I'm going to go in with Wayne Goss's lip pencil. This is in the shade Vintage Pink. I think this will really complement and complete the lips. Then taking Wayne Goss's lipstick in the shade Daisy. I think we're getting pretty close there in terms of the shade, but I want it to be just a touch warmer to better match my skin tone and to have some gloss. So I'm actually topping it with Chanel's Cocoa Bloom lipstick. This is in the shade Chance. I think this is okay. I love both of these. Wayne Goss's Daisy is just like that really pale pink nude that I enjoy from time to time. And then of course Chance from Cocoa Bloom is just so flattering. It's brown with some pink undertone to it. Yeah, I think it works out well. For blush, I'd like to go with Chanel's Rose Patel. I think this will be a good match too. It's soft enough that we can't stray too far away from what the model has on. And because these blushes with the old formula is really soft and radiant, and I'm just looking for that radiance too to complement the look. For highlight, I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Iced Out Highlighter. It has this gold reflex in it. And I feel like as we get towards the warmer months, it's going to be maybe less and less suitable to use this shade. Therefore, I want to use this a bit more before we retire it for the summer. But I do like how it complements. You know, it gives you that really blingy wet look, if you will. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'll put on mascara and then we will come back for the finished look. This is the finished look. Looking at the model's photo again, I think for the shade match, we are pretty close. I definitely had some trouble with the inner corner shade. I still think we ended up pretty close. It could be closer, but this isn't too bad. The look is much different on the model, looks so much different on her. I think the look is built around her eye shape. If you look at those deep set eyes, the crease, how that deep shade looks on her crease, and then it lightens up into the really beautiful pinky purpley shade. It just looks so much different on her than it is on me. But still, part of the challenge is to, regardless of how one's feature closely resembles or not from the models, it is still to try to replicate or be inspired by. So I still had a lot of fun creating this look. I like how it turned out, even though I don't think it really resembles hers all that much. I will be filming another video with this look on. So definitely go check out the other participants' videos for this week's Nailed It. I also like the highlighter that I used because of how blingy and impactful it is. It does make, especially the bridge of the nose here, look wet. That turned out much better than I thought it would. I know I definitely wanted to use a highlighter a bit more since we were stepping into warmer weather, but now that I think about it, this is still a highlight you can use well into the summer for just the right look or purpose. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know below if you think I nailed this look or otherwise. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.